What's up, everybody? This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. Up for sale is my 1888 Yum Yum Tobacco Billy Sunday, and I wanted to talk a little more about it, but let me put this in a sleeve right after I kind of show off everything this card is before it is actually in the sleeve here. So the front, if I recall correctly, PSA sent this back as N5, which means it was rebacked, so that's why it's not in a holder here. Oops. Anyways, there we go. So there is a lot to say about this card, from the production of it to who's actually pictured to the rarity. So we'll get into it. I'll talk a little bit about it. There's a lot of history behind this card. First of all, Yum Yum Tobacco is exceedingly rare. So I'll give you an example of how rare. For T206 cards, if you combine all of the graded cards that are T206 from PSA and SGC, you're going to get over 250,000 results. When it comes to 1888 Yum Yum Tobacco cards like this one, just over 100 examples total have been graded. So it's literally a drop in the bucket compared to T206. These are very hard to find. This Billy Sunday in particular, like I've actually checked on checklists and visual checklists online. I can't really find this card. Like, you'd be very hard pressed to find a photo of this card other than the one that you're seeing right here. A lot of interesting things going on with this card. So first of all, the player, you might not know exactly right off the bat what Billy Sunday looks like. Apparently the card makers didn't either, because this is not Billy Sunday. This is Mark Baldwin. And so the two were, let's just say, night and day. A big difference of personalities. Billy Sunday was world known, became known as like the super famous evangelist. Mark Baldwin was pretty much the opposite from what I can tell. In fact, from what I've read, it sounds as though Pittsburgh, the reason why they got their name, the Pirates, is because of this guy right here, or at least he had a hand in it. So there's one other kind of piratey thing that happened. So he actually was on Spalding's World Tour. I don't know if you've seen that picture of all the baseball players from the 19th century posed on the Sphinx and everything. I think they got in trouble because they were hitting baseballs up there and just hitting it or something. I think that's what I remember reading. But anyways, when he was on the ship, he was chased around by a monkey and got bit on the leg during Spalding's World Tour. That's not the reason why Pittsburgh is called the Pirates, though. Here's what Saber has to say about it. 2 days later, he went to St. Louis on a recruiting mission and tried to land pitcher Silver King, who is the property of the Browns, and his old battery mate Jack O'Connor of Columbus. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think Jack O'Connor. Let me scroll up a bit here. I think he actually mentioned that he was the fastest. That Mark Baldwin was the fastest pitcher that he had ever caught. And he actually caught Cy Young as well. And by the way, all kinds of newspaper outlets echoed this. They said that Mark Baldwin was the fastest. So, anyways, going back to our story here, he was successful in the signing of King for Pittsburgh. The team had been known as the Alleghenies, I think that's how you pronounce it, since its debut in 1882. But for stealing King, the club became known as the Pirates. And so I thought that was kind of interesting, a little bit of a fun history when it comes to the Pirates, which is really kind of cool. So, anyways, and like I said, there's it's funny because how it's kind of like a night and day deal. Definitely do some research on Mark Baldwin and Billy Sunday. Great stories, great baseball history. This is a fantastic card. Obviously, I also wanted to kind of showcase this along with one of my King Kellys here. That way you can kind of get an idea, because they've got the same technology, so to speak, when it comes to developing these. These are both on albumin paper. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And so the actual paper itself is very delicate. So that's what they look like. But that's how they developed photographs back then, back in the day. So the backs are different, obviously, a little bit, because the Kelly is not rebacked. But anyway, so there they are. And of course, for this video, most importantly, here this is. And so yeah, I actually put this in an old Gypsy Queen frame, or this is a newer Gypsy Queen frame. So I really liked how it looks. I'm going to put it back in there. But Let me do that real quick. So the way I do it is I actually have it in a mini sleeve. I'm actually slice the top of this here, put this in, and there we go. So I think it just presents a lot nicer this way here. All right, so there it is, all back on its holder that I was using. Like I said, I really like how it presents like that. You don't have to have it like this. You can, certainly, take it out of the frame or whatever. I could do that for you, whatever you'd like. So, but anyways, there it is, the 1888 Yum Yum Tobacco Billy Sunday Mark Baldwin era. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great day.